question. So if a woman, just like Melvin, just say a woman, her past was that she just say used to strip, right? 10 years prior to meeting
Melvin's?
No, just say a woman.
Oh, a woman,
and
okay.
just instead of it being Melvin, it's a woman. In her past, she used to strip, but now she's going on and she's gotten her bachelor's degree and this, that, and the third. And her stripping career was what paid for that bachelor's degree. Now she's, graduated and onto her career. She meets a man. Will he look at that past the same as what you were saying is like, oh, I can't bring her into my future. She used to shake her up for a living.
Correct.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and answer this. Issue.
Wow,
Once we
Cooley.
hear-
I
once
forgot
we
you were
hear-
here.
Hi.
Yeah, because y'all be talking a lot.
He was asleep in the corner over here.
Now I'm just letting y'all speak.
Look at his eyes. He was asleep.
But yes, like Cooley said, we do care about your past. Once we hear that you did anything promiscuous in the past, whether it's be a stripper or a prostitute or just known to sleep around with plenty of guys.
That's not what I said.
I'm just giving you an example. That's an automatic no for most men.
But that's not what I was saying.
Including stripper.
Okay, but
We don't care. We don't care if you
It's sex work. So
rehabilitated.
strip work is a form of sex work, and the reason why. And think about it, like when we get married, hypothetically, say if we got married, you take my last name. So the last name means something. If you are a stripper, if you was a stripper, it doesn't matter. Your reputation. What I'm saying is your reputation still carries with you. So the person that I'm giving my last name to, I want her to have a good reputation, not a bad reputation. Now, if we change it, if we say that like the woman got locked up and did some time versus the woman that was on a stripper pole,
that's different.
We'll take the chick that was in prison rather than the chick that was on a stripper pole.
What guys don't want is if I'm dating a girl and she used to be a stripper and I take her to an event with all my friends.
And they used
the
to
most embarrassing thing for a man is if they come to us like, yo,
I was slapping her booty at I was
slapping
that thing.
I had in a private room. I did this to her, I did that to her.
Whirling around
like that's the worst thing that can happen to a man. Like you bring your chick and she's bad, like smoking hot, and then you take her to an event and you get like 2-3 guys and they tell you they used to throw money on her ass and she used to shake ass on them in the strip club. Like that I mean, if you didn't know, now some guys know it because we're not gonna act like some guys don't date strippers. Some guys don't care. For whatever reason, some guys don't care dating strippers or women who used to do sex work. Some guys do it. But if you didn't know and then you go to an event and then Boogie tells you he used to throw money on your lady, I mean, if you don't feel some kind of way, then you're a mutant.
That's the most embarrassing thing for a guy, whether you ladies agree with it.
And the crazy thing is, she did all that for another man and didn't even do it for you.
That's the worst part.
But what if she did that in a different state and then you took her to somewhere that nobody knows her?
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
There's no reputation.
It doesn't matter if she did it in heaven or hell. If we find out, she's a dog.
But what about men too? Men strip too.
That's why
and men shake their booty and make men do
and
their thing.
you ladies don't remember. You don't really care about the man's past.
I know I'm
girls,
but I'm just saying you're so convicted with what you say. Like you say that from the deepest part of your
because
love.
I mean what
but
I
9
said.
times out of 10, it's
wrong, it's
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on
Very
that. And
judgmental.
a lot of the times when it comes down to it, it's half-hearted with a lot of things that you guys go so hard on. Because at the end of the day, whichever woman catches your heart and really is rocking with you, and you can feel that from the deepest part of where you just said that from, it ain't gonna matter where she came from, bro.
Me, yes, it
It's
will.
not, but that's you. I'm telling you.
I can tell you what I
I'm
can
not
do.
saying, okay, a full-fledged dude, of course you're not gonna give that your last name. You're not even gonna take.
Okay, so
Bruh,
stripper
stop
too.
it.
That's
I
you.
used to
That's your
dance and I've
opinion.
never in my life been
What about a
completely
felon?
nude. Okay, so you're sitting
It
up there
doesn't
telling
matter.
me that I will
difference.
never
Okay.
be married because of the fact that I used to dance.
I never said that.
Sounds
Stop
crazy.
putting words in my mouth.
No, but I'm just saying. But you're saying you literally just said, why would I want to give a woman my last name if she's been out there? The last thing a guy wants to do is to know that the girl's been
That's
out there
true.
with another guy. Telling
Yes, That's what we
Sometimes
care
don't even
about.
care about
the same
that.
way you women care about a man having money, being able to take care of you, being competent,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, being 6'4". We care about a woman's passion, her being sexual and being a whore.
Okay,
That's
so
what
you
we
date.
care about.
Okay, so you
Like,
date
we don't-
Jennifer
Well,
Lopez, a Beyonce, all them. They
Thank God
wear
that's
the
not all
same
men.
thing and go and perform. Now, okay, just say the stripper is not a stripper.
First of
She's
all,
an artist,
I know you're
a
not
singer,
comparing
and
Beyonce to a
listen,
stripper.
Jennifer Lopez dead
did.
was just on the freaking Super Bowl stripping, dancing on a stripper pole. One of the Jenny from the block. Stop playing like she's not a
And guess what? Jennifer Lopez has been in what? 1,000 divorces? She's divorced every 3 to 4 business days. How are you going to use Jennifer Lopez as an example of what women should be like? This is crazy.
Beyonce.
Okay, so I don't want Jennifer
Again,
Lopez.
but stop playing like she wasn't a Beyonce in her own sense. And I'm not just saying, oh, Beyonce's a stripper, but she still wears that strippers wear.
So let me
Crawling
ask
on the
you a
ground,
question.
Hitting
singing
home,
songs.
isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
let
I'm
me-
just
let me
saying,
ask
when
you
it
a
comes
question.
down to it, you guys can sit up there and try and degrade certain situations
First of all-
and look at it as a character flaw because of what? The sexualities are heightened?
So-
first of all,
The sexuality is
first of all, a
heightened?
woman stripping she's degrading herself, not me. How
No,
can I
that's
degrade?
not degrading
how
yourself.
are you gonna be on the stripper pole and you say I'm the one degrading you?
I
When
didn't
you're the
say,
one
I
so-
said you want to try and degrade women and put it as if they're
Yes, I'm degrading
expressing their
strippers, prostitutes.
sexuality.
Yes, you're correct. I'm
because
degrading
you're mixing
strippers,
them.
prostitutes, OnlyFans models, chicks that sleep around with 100,000s of men that are the town whore. Yes, I'm degrading them. Look, I'm sorry, but like women who sexualize themselves never been respected in all of history. When a
But
woman,
yet,
hold on,
the
let me
main
finish. Stop,
thing
stop,
on
stop.
mainstream media is sexualization of women. What are you talking about? You
The reason it's mainstream is because if you feed the population crazy shit, they won't care about what really matters, right? So if they're feeding the young girls Cardi B shaking her ass, guess what kind of moms those kids are going to grow up to be? Guess what kind of women those kids are going to grow up to be? Like it's common sense. If they're feeding you with mainstream music and BS like that, and you think Cardi B is the queen to be, what type of generation are you raising? Also, if women want men to stop caring about sex workers and men's preferences, because the issue here is women don't like men's preferences. Women want to be able to do what they want to do, have 10 baby daddies, 10 kids, be a stripper, do OnlyFans, do whatever they want to do. And at the end of the day, they still expect to find a rich man to accept them the way they are. Because best believe she doesn't care about a broke man taking her or marrying her. She's only complaining because she knows the rich men she wants also don't want former strippers, because she said she used to shake her ass, she used to be a stripper, right? So she's only complaining because she believes, even being a stripper, that men should just accept her. Yet women don't accept men the way they are. Once women start taking short guys and men who are broke and stop caring about men who are tall and stop caring about how much money a man has to spend on them, until that happens, only then will men lower their standards as well. And men's standards are not even crazy.
literally sit there and watch and sit there and get your kicks off over women. The whole society is built off of exploiting
Period.
women. Your whole podcast is exploiting women. So how are you going to sit there and say, yes, I'm degrading, because that's your whole niche, Eve. That's your niche.
That's
That's
right.
the way you
That's
make
right.
money, Eve, is degrading of women, Eve. So why you sitting up here
I'm
putting
degrading
shit
women
together?
who do sex work.
Oh, you're degrading all of
But then
women,
we
because
got
the women who
porn.
don't want to stay with their husbands for cheating on them, you degrade them too, because they're going to
Okay,
believe
now you put
the
words
women
in my
that
mouth.
aren't having sex with their women, 80%, you're still degrading them too, but you're not giving a reason
never
why.
said that.
You didn't say
Yes,
that.
you
I'm talking about
have,
women.
Eve.
Okay,
Stop
so
it.
listen,
Stop
listen, real quick,
playing,
Eve, I
bro.
got you. I got
You're
you.
adding other stuff that I've never even
Eve, I
said.
got you.
Bro, we're moving the
So real
moving the
quick, let's-
goalposts.
let me
You
get
are.
some
Yes,
decorum.
you are.
No,
Let me
you're talking
create
about
some
you put a whole
decorum.
list of things you degrade.
Yes,
You
those
missed
are
a
sexual
couple.
acts.
No, we're speaking.
You missed a couple.
Yo, mama, let me create some decorum here. Good back and forth. Good, I like it. That's why I let it go. It's spirited. So you said
Tell you it's gonna
something.
be a clip though.
You said something to East. You said that, man, you're speaking with a lot of conviction, with a lot of passion.
Yeah.
And he's just speaking with a lot of passion because this is how
I had to do it to him.
This is how he feels. And he feels this way is because he really think that these women that degrade themselves really don't deserve a good man. That's essentially what he's saying, right?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And correct me if I'm wrong, though. One of the reasons why I think that you're speaking with a lot of conviction and passion too is because you were one of the women that was in that fit that description that was stripping.
Was a stripper. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay, cool. So both of you are speaking with passion.
Yeah.
Now, the difference between the conversations and what you're having is I see the angle where you're coming from. You're saying that, well, there's men out there. Yes, saying this stuff like men don't want these women, but there's men out there that accept this all the time. Mm-hmm. And the reason why you are saying this is because you know what? You're right. There are men that accept women that do OnlyFans, that strip and do porn and do all of these things. Let me finish. Let me land my plane.
Go ahead,
land it.
Saying?
I'm saying that I understand you, right? But the truth is, those men that accept you with your checkered past, you don't want them.
He doesn't want them.
You don't want those men. The thing is, you ladies actually are more attracted to the guys that has some morality, that has a backbone that says, listen, I want something better for you rather than that, right? So the man that would accept you with that, he obviously really doesn't want anything better for you because he's accepting that. So I say all of that to say, even when you're speaking about this podcast, and well, first, even before you get to the podcast, some of the things that you were saying were very true. You said that, well, men are exploiting women. Look at OnlyFans, look at porn. Most of the porn industries, the owners are men exploiting women. I 100% agree. And those men aren't good men. Those men, I would say, are simps. The men that get into relationships with those women are simps. But normally, those aren't, when women settle with guys, like when girls did OnlyFans or had been doing sex work, strippers and stuff like that, and they're in a relationship with the guy and they're still doing it, they don't really respect those men, because if they really respected those men, I did many panels of all strippers. Mm-hmm. They know how degrading it is. They know how it hurts their soul. Like, I'm only doing it because like I have to. If I didn't have a choice, I really wouldn't do it. Listen, the majority of strippers, I've had interviewed many strippers. Now there's exceptions to the rules. There's some strippers that want to do it because they like doing it. I'm not talking about.
I actually disagree with No Fugazi. He just said that the men who own like OnlyFans and all these different media companies that women use to do sex work are degrading women, and I disagree. You know why? Because women said they wanted to be able to do whatever they can do. Whatever they want to do, they should be able to do it. And it's a business. So the owner of OnlyFans, just because he's a man, he created a platform. Women have the right to either sign up or not sign up. They have the right to either go put up cooking videos on OnlyFans or shake their ass. So if she decides to shake her ass instead of showing us her cooking skills, how is that the man degrading her? It's a choice. That's number one. Number two, the only reason this woman is crying and going crazy is because she's a former stripper, but she wants men to accept her for whatever decisions she made, right? And she doesn't care about the broke man accepting her. She's only caring about the rich men who don't want her for how she used to carry herself. That's the only reason she's complaining. Because if the guy who's a homeless man told this woman, I don't want you because you used to be a stripper, she'll be like, I don't want you either, nigga, you're broke, right? But if it's a rich man saying, I don't want you, she's going to have an issue. No, accept me the way I am. I'm still a good woman. You see, like, it's not that they care about men's preferences. They only care about a small percentage of men's preferences.
I'm talking about generally. Most strippers, most women that's in sex work, they're doing it because they don't really want to do it. And when they're with the man at that time, the man that accepts them why they're doing it, they can't respect them because it's like, you're not getting me out of this situation.
Now, that's
I'm
what
doing
I was
something
saying.
that is very degrading. So listen real quick.
No, 1 second.
I got
before you go too far.
quick. No, I'm not going too far. Let me just land my planes. I'll let y'all speak.
Go ahead.
Now let's get into the No Fugazi part, because you put the podcast in there. This podcast is not to degrade women. This podcast is to give women the truth. No Fugazi means not fake, not Fugazi. It means authentic. It means speak what's true. So I'm always giving the both sides of it. I speak about the immoralities that men do and the immoralities that women do. The thing is, when we speak about the immoralities that women do, or
They
the
don't like
things
it.
that men
They get
really
offended.
just don't like, they'll say that they like it to smash, but really they wouldn't really take you serious. Like, I don't really like that. And you ladies conflate the two. You think that is demonizing to you, but it's actually uplifting you. I'm trying to give you the male perspective so you can understand. So when you're out there dating and men are courting you, you can probably source out the guys that's lying to you a little bit better after this podcast. Because like, Dad, Cooley gave all the game. You get what I'm saying? So this podcast is not to exploit women. Furthermore, my debating shows do much better than my dating and relationship shows.
Yeah.
I don't need to do dating and relationship shows at all. I do one dating relationship show a month. I do debates. So this podcast is not built off of what you're just having ladies on. And the other thing is, I don't pay any ladies to be on the show. This is not no simp podcast. You ladies get to come on here at your own free will, shout out your businesses, do whatever you want to do as far as if you want to promote yourself or if you just want to have the conversation. But I never pay any chick. So I'm not even doing this to try to like grab. I don't give a freak if no girls come at all. The podcast would still go on. So this podcast is not degrading women at all.
Say it before. Again, I said a Melvin situation. This woman used to is a statement that I said. Used to. Again, I said as that would be something that you guys would consider something that's a no-go. You screamed out, no! No strippers, no nothing. Now, first off, my entire career dancing, I never sold a piece of ass. Now,
we don't know.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
let me land my plane. Let me land my plane. Again,
real quick, we want to move on though, too.
Regardless of that.
We don't know if when you're a stripper, you sold some ass. We don't know. We can't. We were not there, so we don't have the evidence. And of course, you're going to say you didn't sell an ass. Most strippers claim they've never sold backs, right? They claim they've never sold their chicks. So she's going to claim that. But the truth of the matter is she just wants men to accept her the way she is. But unfortunately, men have some standards because women are always complaining, oh, men will fuck anything. But as soon as a man has standards, oh, I don't want a woman who does that. I don't want a woman who does that. They're like, oh, you hate women. But you just told me 2 minutes ago, I should have some standards and not want to have sex with every woman. You know, but anyway, man, shout out to No Fugazi.